EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada, where the memorial torch honoring legendary owner Al Davis has just been lit, and we are set for football at Allegiant Stadium. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. And we are underway here in Las Vegas. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
I still remember back in 2013 when he was drafted out of West Virginia. He was coming off of back-to-back 4,000-yard seasons for the Mountaineers. Hadn't seen as much game time in recent years, but at one point, a capable starter in the NFL.
Here's Tucker, complete on the right side. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6. At the 33-yard line.
Now a 2nd and 6. From the gun, here's Smith. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Smith. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Cole now on to punt, and he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. Leading him out is their rookie quarterback, the young man out of Ole Miss.
For every rookie prospect, there are always nerves involved in this moment, running your team out to start a game. But there's a reason they brought him in. We're willing to make him their starter today. They believe he can overcome those nerves and lead his team to a victory. We saw him do it at the collegiate level and really make himself into a leader and someone you can envision doing the exact same thing here in the NFL.
Yeah, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
2nd and 10. On play action, here's Dart. Throw out wide is incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Yards to go.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Out of the gun, here's Dart. Work in the middle of the field, he's got a man complete. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Giants 1st down. A gain of 14. And the Giants 1st down.
I tell you what, 3rd and 10, you look over, and you've got that punt team getting loose on the sideline. So that puts added importance on this play. You certainly don't want to see them on the field. And after a couple of incompletions, third time's the charm as they get the hook up here and pick up the first down.
This to the sideline and over everybody, incomplete. No flags forthcoming, though. Maybe a break there. That looked like a clear throwaway to me. Not the warmest starts throwing the football. He was 1 for 3, now 1 for 4 on the opening drive.
So getting him comfortable is the key. And for him, it might be different than what we think is comfortable. We're probably thinking swing passes, easy check downs. Some guys, they're better off throwing it downfield. That's what really loosens them up.
He's got this complete to Robinson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
17 yards.
17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. Their first possession of the game, and they're already going after double coverage.
That's a nice completion that can set the tone for things to come if they're able to keep finding ways to beat what the defense is throwing at them. They look like they're confident that they can get it done.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the gun, here's Dart. And the Raiders have got him. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up third down. The defense, they brought the house. That O-line, they were overwhelmed.
To put it mildly, because they didn't have enough bodies to block all the guys that came at them. Their best move, how they would have been better served, just turn around and yell, "Look out!" because here they come.
Throwing, Dart. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be, and now it's fourth down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. And that kick will go out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
They'll run for the first time with Ashton Jeanty. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Now Smith. And it is caught, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
Raider first down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Throwing now is Gino. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. Bobby Okereke. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Now an option play on second down.
And not much doing. He'll get this only up to about the 36.
Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a third down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Intended for Dante.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first two drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
On fourth down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Olszewski now to return. Following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Here's 2nd and 10. A quick throw out wide, caught by Robinson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Darius Slayton, 57 yards. And the Giants are on the board first here in Vegas. Boy, just zero hesitation from the rookie passer there, partner. He is coming out firing in this opening quarter.
And all the talk leading into this game was that pass rush talking about challenging this guy, getting into his grill, getting into his space. And how about him? Might be his first year in the NFL, but I don't see any fear in him at all. How about that big-time throw right out of the gate?
Now for the point after.
Lining up for the point after.
It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Giants 7.
The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Looking to put a drive together. A shotgun snap for Smith. Open man is Tucker. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Smith keeps it on the sneak. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. Kayvon Thibodeau, he beat the O-line and recorded the sack.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now Gino. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Smith now to throw. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. On the return is Olszewski. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll fake the give. Now it's Dart. Now he'll tuck this and run. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only 1st down. So he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on 2nd down.
Straight ahead, here's Tracy. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
3rd and 12. Here's Dart. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
It's a gain of 29.
That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
A gain of 29 yards. First down, New York.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41.
He was brought down.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
That's a nice job there, foiling what all offenses try to do, which is control the defensive end in the running game. They want to get to the outside, and if he keeps himself free, stays on his feet, he can make a play just as he did there.
Throw left side, taken in by Slayton. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
12 yards on the play, but it's 3rd down.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27.
It's a gain of a yard.
Well, they pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with it back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that will bring up 2nd down.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area, and after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early. So that flag will set him back 5 yards.
Still 2nd down.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. From the shotgun, a throw for Dart. This one is Slayton over the middle. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch. Not much yardage afterwards.
To throw now, Dart. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
Koo knocks this one through the post. And that will extend their lead even further. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
Koo just hit the field goal. Now he kicks off. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. Nothing for him yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. The drive will begin with a run by Genty. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 22 and a first down.
That's good for a Las Vegas first down.
That looked like a two-deep coverage, which we call cover two. And what that really means is you have corners, what we call rolled up in about a 5-yard area on the outside receivers. Then your safeties are back closer to the hash marks near the middle of the field, somewhere around 10 to 12 yards back. So if you can break through the first level, you've got a chance to run before you encounter any type of resistance from the safeties.
We saw the example of it right there.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Gino down to throw. A short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Here's Smith. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
And this offense has been a little slow to get going, but some signs of life here in this second quarter. They're moving it pretty good, and that helps the cause as well. Good yardage and another first down.
Out of the gun, Smith. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. This complete to Lockett. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
It's a gain of
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Now it's Smith. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Fourth down, and on comes the Raider kicker, Daniel Carlson. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. The kick by Carlson is good, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So the third drives the charm. They are on the board, albeit with just a field goal.
Yeah, 3 points from 3 drives. That's not going to win you a whole lot of football games. Hopefully the fact they were able to move the ball a little bit can wake up their offense.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The New York set to take the field.
And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever known.
And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
2nd and 5. Throwing his dart.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown, Giants.
Tyrone Tracy.
69 yards.
And the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point.
It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3.
Makes the score Giants 17.
The long touchdown pass
Raiders
gets them
3.
6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field.
And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
And a Raider first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
Throwing is Smith. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
15 more yards there, and quickly another first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Safe back at the 38.
Brian Burns flying in there and dropping him for the sack. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Back to throw, Smith.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
intended for
Misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On the zone read, give to Ginty. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
2nd down and 6 now. Smith. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Brock Bowers from 6 yards away. And the Raiders have got it back to within a score.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
And that flag accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives, so a very good flow right now offensively.
Hard to slow them down, too, because they are locked in. Feel like the offense coordinator's a little bit ahead of the defensive guys right now. They're beating them to the punch with their play calls. They've got a nice rhythm they're locked into. How can the defensive guys come up with something that'll disrupt that flow? That's what they're seeking right now.
Well, it's been an exciting sequence to watch. To throw, Dart. Over the middle, he completes it to Robinson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
It's a gain of
1st down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
Giants.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
To the air, Dart. Now he's going to step up and run. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
Giants, first down. It's a gain of 17
yards. As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made it their first-round pick this year. And part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And just not enough on the throw there, down around his feet and incomplete. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
Dart going to look to throw here. And he's got it. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit.
18-yard
From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. Koo knocks this one through the post. And that will do it for this first half. So halftime here out west. Let's go east. That's where we find Scott Hanson with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hanson and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, thank you very much. We are ready to get started here with the second half. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
A gain of 15. And a Giants first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave them with a second and just a few inches left.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right. On second down, here's the option. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
He'll grab 3 yards on the play, taking it himself for the first down. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
To throw is Dart. Now he'll tuck this and run. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
It's a gain of 18. That's another Giants first down.
He's been making himself a weapon as a runner, and the results, they've been welcomed by his offense. My question is about the defense we're watching right now, partner. Even after he got him with a scramble earlier this drive, they still aren't devoting enough attention to him. I would expect that after that carry, they'll do a much better job going forward, spying on him on passing downs.
No gain on the play there, second down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Dart. This is caught. It's Robinson with a Giants touchdown.
Robinson, touchdown.
A great effort there. 26 yards. And the Giants are able to add on to that lead. Well, to put it mildly, he's been able to dice up this secondary all game long, and this time that was a missile that he threw into the end zone and adding another touchdown to his ledger.
And I think we see these youngsters develop a lot quicker than we ever have, because when they get started in this game, they're not just throwing passes around. They're reading coverages early, so now earlier in their career. How about this one here? If they win this ball game, a game ball definitely coming from his head coach.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play.
We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half.
And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Throwing now is Geno. That's caught by Tucker. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be second and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 40-yard line.
Geno going to hand it to Genty. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 7 yards there and a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Play action. It's Smith. Short throw caught by Bowers. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone.
Now 2nd and 3. A give out of the gun to Genty. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
From the gun on 3rd down, Smith. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll go. Here's Genty. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Well, it was too far for a field goal try. You don't really gain a whole lot out of a punt, so I don't think you have much of a problem with that, do you?
No, not at all. I think it's the right play, the exact right play, because even if you want to play defense and pin them deep, you know how hard it is for a punter to knock one dead inside the 10-yard line. That's not necessarily easily done. So I think going for it there was the right call.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll start with a run by Tracy. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Nifty move. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones
under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Max Crosby able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Looking to throw, dart. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Robinson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 17-yard line. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Tracy going to get it on first down. And he'll take this one down near the 15. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Right back to Tracy. And he stopped immediately there. Now we get a stoppage because a member of the Raiders shaken up on that one. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now Dart. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Giants are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Giants, 1st down. 1st and goal, Giants.
A lot of deflated looks on that defense. It seems like they just cannot find a way to get a key stop on 3rd down. Here's another conversion, and now this offense, they're in a position to go up even further as they've got it 1st and goal.
Now it's Tracy. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
They'll go play action here with Dart. This is caught. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. It's a 5-receiver set, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Dart will throw it on 3rd and goal. And he will take it all in for a Giant touchdown. Jalen Hyatt, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Koo now for the point after. And the lead is now 24. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was Jalen Hyatt with a touchdown catch to end the drive. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now Smith will try and set up the screen to Genty. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a 1st down.
Well, they certainly have their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
On 1st down, it's Genty. He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, 2nd down.
Genty, the ball carrier.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Smith. A short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
It's a gain of 7.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The offense on 3rd down, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all they needed. 1st down.
It's been a good drive so far. They just wanted to keep it going, so they call it low-risk, low-reward play. No one's worried about picking up big yardage here. Quarterback sneak, keep the chains moving, and pick up another 1st down.
After the run, Smith going to throw. He'll get the tight end Bowers involved there. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
10 yards on the pickup.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
75 yards receiving for him now. It's a 1st down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
12 more yards there and another 1st down. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. If they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad. They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
To throw is Smith. Pass right side, caught by Thornton. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him. And when all you want to do is keep your drive going, quarterback sneak's a great call, isn't it? Pick it up, get a new set of downs.
And on 3rd down, usually you'd think 4th down quarterback sneak. There, though, it worked on 3rd. Genty. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
A gain of 3.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not finding much space.
And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. But now he appears to be in some pain. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. This likely a must-have, 3rd and goal. Now Gino. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Tucker. And this will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. loss of 2 there on the play. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal.
Completed pass brings up a 4th down situation. Do you play analytics on this one? Well, you know, what do your analytics tell you about going for it here? I wonder what they would say.
They tell me you're down by this margin 4th quarter, you're going. Desperation time for Smith on 4th down. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Geno Smith taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Raiders' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
The defense was almost too good on that play. They took away all of his targets. The one thing they forgot, to account for him as a runner. And he's able to tuck it and go for the end zone and get it done.
Now the Raider offense will stay out there as they'll line up to go for 2.
The Raiders will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Geno's going to throw. And the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is.
16.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. Oh, it's loose, and the Raiders have it. Great job by the kick team there to get the football, but also don't forget about the man that started it, the lonesome kicker himself.
I love that you brought him into it because he doesn't get nearly the attention he deserves. Oftentimes, it's only when it's negative. In this case, he created a positive play for his team.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. A shotgun snap for Smith. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Throwing is Smith. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now it's Smith. He's got his target. That's complete. But he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Here's 2nd and 3. Geno down to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
When you're running the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Throwing again is Smith. And he is caught. And he is going to have the Raiders' 1st down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
Out of the gun, Smith. Returning right back to Lockett. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be second down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Smith throwing again. Short throw to the tight end, Thomas. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
It's a gain of 8.
Yeah, they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
From the gun, here's Smith. To the right side, here's Moore. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 4 yards remain on second down. Ball on the 10. Throwing now is Geno. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Brings up third down.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. Again, Smith. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Brock Bowers, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Raiders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept him out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on him. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Carlson on for the PAT. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now.
Makes the score Giants.
A pretty long
34,
drive that time.
Raiders
11
23.
plays all told. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. Oh, it's loose, and the Raiders have it. Well, that certainly makes things more interesting. You get the score, then you get the onside kick. A little uphill battle still, but a start.
It's not mission accomplished, but the plan is working. They are in a great spot right now, and the best part, they put the defense right back out on the field after having already scored.
Yeah, they've got the momentum here now. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. A good start there on first down. They've got to have this drive.
No doubt about it. Down a couple of scores. They have to find a way to put it in the end zone. Chunk plays, explosive plays. That will be the key to this drive.
Smith now to throw. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
The coverage by Andrew Phillips.
Oh, this defense knows. 4th quarter, they need to make a play. That one was ripe for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
Smith. Can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Brian Burns picks up his second sack of the afternoon. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better?
And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
The Raiders trying on fourth down, but to no avail. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. So now with a little over 2 minutes to play, the road back gets very difficult.
Difficult, but still not impossible if they go ahead and play this thing out. Now the defense has to come up big. They've got to go for the strip of the football on each and every snap to try and give themselves a chance.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 1. They'll go again. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Raiders pick it up. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
So here is Geno Smith and the Raiders. Down by 11, 2:19 to play. Can they take advantage of the late carelessness? We'll see as they've got a first down. Following the fumble recovery, Smith. Now he's going to step up and run. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. 2nd down, 8 yards to go. From the 50, it's Smith. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
Now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
A big play looming on 3rd down. Smith's going to throw it. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert.
In this situation, the dictation is coming from the defense, right? They're going to tell you, you can have 6, 7 yards, do that all the way downfield. Let's just go ahead and take the time off the clock. I think they've got to start attacking vertically a lot more.
This one, an absolute must. It's 4th and 4. Smith to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that one.
They're down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts,
It's a loss of a yard.
as he'll get it with still a minute 20 left to go in the game.
At the 44-yard line.
You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Looking middle, and that's complete. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout,
It's a gain
as
of
they'll
6.
head to the sideline and talk
Brings up
over
3rd
what to do
and 5.
next. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. On the give, it's Tracy. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
Brought down at the 48-yard
And remember, this is a
line.
running back that
A
fumbled
2-yard
on the
gain.
previous drive, but
It's
fortunately for
4th
them,
down.
nothing came of it. And I think when that happens, sometimes coaches can lean a little more on forgive and forget. So he's right back out there and running again.
Here's Jamie Gillen
in
now,
punt formation
as
for
he'll
the
punt it
Giants.
away for the 2nd time. And the punt goes out of bounds, so no chance to bring it back, and they will spot it at the 24-yard line.
24-yard line.
The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride, the offense, this go around.
Number 89, Brock
Short play
Bowers.
like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. And I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need.
Here's Smith. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
And now defensively in the 2-minute drill, the big key to me, make sure you understand your assignments, and anytime you get a chance to tackle someone in bounds, get them on the ground.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared. But executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long from Las Vegas.